Everyone thought she was just a security guard, until a Navy SEAL stepped forward, saluted her, and called her Major. The laughter stopped. The silence that followed, you could almost hear the sound of shame. Before I tell you what happened next, tell me in the comments where you're watching from. I love knowing who's listening. It started on a hot July afternoon outside a Veterans Memorial Base in San Diego. Emily Ward, short hair tucked under a plain security cap, stood at the gate like any other guard. She looked ordinary, calm, quiet, eyes that seemed to see everything but say nothing. But to a group of off-duty contractors gathered by the gate, she looked like easy entertainment. One of them, tall, loud, and too sure of himself, laughed and said, "Hey, sweetheart, that uniform's a bit too big for you. You guarding or posing?" The others joined in, snickering. Emily didn't flinch. She just checked their IDs. Her tone steady. "Base protocol," she said. But inside, a knot tightened. Not because of the words, she'd heard worse, but because of what they reminded her of. The nights in Afghanistan, when men underestimated her. The day her team never made it back. "Come on," another contractor scoffed. "You think she ever held a rifle? Bet she's never even seen real action." A veteran standing nearby looked uncomfortable. "You might want to stop," he murmured. "You don't know who you're talking to." They ignored him. The laughter grew. Emily just stood there, still, silent, composed. But her eyes carried years. Then, a black SUV approached, the kind that made the air change around it. It rolled to a stop, and 4 Navy SEALs stepped out. Their presence sharp, disciplined, unmistakable. The contractors fell quiet. Everyone did. The lead SEAL, a man with weathered skin and deep scars, walked straight to Emily. And then, in front of everyone, he snapped to attention and saluted. "Major Ward," he said, his voice steady with respect. "Didn't know you were stationed here now, ma'am." The silence that followed felt like the world stopped breathing. The contractors froze. The veteran by the bench looked vindicated. Even the wind seemed to pause. Emily gave a faint smile, returning the salute with quiet dignity. "At ease, Chief. Just doing my part." It was in that moment the crowd realized the woman they mocked had once led that very SEAL team through one of the bloodiest rescue missions in Helmand Province, the mission that saved 12 American lives. One of the contractors swallowed hard. "You're that Major Ward," he stammered. She looked at him, not with anger, but calm. "I used to be. Now I just make sure people come through this gate with respect." Her voice carried something deeper, not pride, but loss. Chief Daniels, the SEAL who saluted her, spoke quietly. "Ma'am, let us when command said it was impossible. We wouldn't be standing here if it weren't for her." He turned to the men who'd mocked her. "You owe her more than words. You owe her silence and gratitude." No one dared speak. Emily simply nodded and turned back to the gate. Her hands were steady again. The knot in her chest loosened, not because she was vindicated, but because someone still remembered. As the SUV drove away, one of the contractors stepped forward, shame heavy in his tone. "Ma'am, I'm sorry, truly." She gave a small, weary smile. "Don't be sorry. Just be better." The veteran nearby grinned faintly. "Guess now you know why respect costs nothing, but means everything." That day no one forgot the lesson, because behind every uniform, no matter how plain, there's a story that could humble you. Because honor doesn't shout, it stands quietly, and lets the truth salute it. And somewhere beyond that gate, the wind carried the whisper of her old call sign. Falcon 1, the one who led when no one else would. If you felt something today, share this story, and don't forget to subscribe for more untold stories of courage, kindness, and justice. Your voice keeps these stories alive.